Hey guys, thanks a lot for joining me. This is a video I've been looking forward to doing for quite some time. I've just been compiling products that I put into this category. Makeup I've changed my mind about, because some of this stuff is for the better. Like, I didn't really like it at first, but after using it or figuring out some little trick to using it, I've changed my mind. And there are some things that I really liked at one time but don't like as much anymore. And I think it is kind of natural to change your mind on things from time to time, because I'm the type of person too, like, even if it's something maybe I originally didn't give a great review on or something, I'll still kind of keep it around and mess with it from time to time and see if I can work it in a better way. I really try not to just completely write something off and chuck it and then, you know, forget about it forever. And with the things that you did really like, I think it's important to keep reevaluating it and comparing it to the newer stuff that's come out, and it's like, do I still really like that so much? So this is kind of a big update video. Some of these things I have talked about in specific reviews. Some things you maybe haven't even really seen me touch on very much. The first thing I want to talk about, which I don't think I have reviewed yet, is from Physicians Formula, and it's the Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Oh So Radiant Powder. If you get a close look at it, and maybe I'll try to find like an original like online picture of this so you can see how it started, but all of these little circles actually had a very metallic pearly shimmer on them. You can see a little bit of some remnants right there. Something that would make you think, okay, this is supposed to be like an intense highlighting powder. That is just an overspray. And those oversprays really annoy me. I think it completely changes a product. I mean, it doesn't make sense that something's going to start one way and then perform totally differently once you just, you know, work off the top layer of product. So I'm still not happy that this product had that, but I must say, once I did go ahead and like kind of rub some of that off and work through it, I do quite enjoy the powder that is underneath. I have this in the shade Creamy Natural. This does have an SPF 20 in it, which I like. The powder itself really has a nice texture to it. It has a little bit of coverage. It's not entirely matte. I think it has a really great natural skin-like finish. And a lot of times I feel like I want to use, you know, my fuller coverage foundations. I love my Estee Lauder Double Wear, the Double Wear Max Coverage. Today I'm wearing, what is it, the Revlon Colorstay Whipped, which I think has really good coverage. And so in situations like that, I don't necessarily need a heavy powder on top, but maybe just a little something to set it. I gotta say, this has been nice for that now that that shimmery overspray has worn off. But what's up with that? Why create something that's gonna just be totally different eventually? Another thing that I did a specific review on very early on my Express channel, which is about a year old right now. I can't believe it. That channel's like my other baby, you know, before the real baby comes. And of course, in addition to Cupcake, yeah. But I reviewed the Rockateur very early on that channel. This is one of those Benefit boxed powders. It looks like this. It's, you know, a very soft pinky type of color, a little bit neutrally, definitely has some glow in there. And I didn't really knock this product entirely in that review. I remember talking about how I kind of wish there was more color intensity. It does have a pretty finish, but I thought the color was a little bland. Now, more recently, I've been enjoying using a lot of my cream blushes, using them on their own. I've really enjoyed the layering effect as well, which creates really great staying power when you put on a cream blush and you top it with a powder. And in that respect, you know, using a more pigmented cream blush underneath something really soft but still pretty and glowy like this, it really makes this product shine. It's like that's all this thing needed, was just that little extra color punch for me to be really satisfied with it. So for example, that's the way I'm wearing this today. I've got a little bit of a creamy product on. I lightly applied this on top. I'm not wearing any additional highlight, and this just gives the pretty glow to the cheeks. Appropriately for this video, the cream thing that I'm wearing underneath is something that's kind of been something I've changed my mind about over time. I have actually most of these Tarte cheek stains, and I felt very indifferent about these for quite some time. I was testing them a lot. I'm trying to figure out, do these really show up on me? Are they that long lasting? They stay a little bit dewy on the skin. I don't love that, so I was just kind of all over the place. But there's one particular shade in the line that I do think is gorgeous, and while I think it does kind of call for something to be put on top of it because of the tackiness it can have, it looks so pretty on, and it's the shade called Natural Beauty. The packaging on these is really cute. The top twists off, And as you can see, this is a very reddish looking product. I feel like it gives off more color than any of the other ones. You could dab it on your cheeks with your fingers. You will end up with this pretty rosy type flush. I love using, say it with me, the e.l.f. small stipple brush with this. It's a soft application, doesn't interfere with the products I've got going on underneath. So today, you know, I've got a little bit of that on my cheeks. I topped it with the Rockateur, and it's a really nice combo. So sometimes with these products that you don't originally fall in love with, it's like you just got to figure out the way they work best or what kind of partner they need to pull off the best look. Another thing I like about this cheek stain, it does not contain shimmer. So it's something I really like appearance-wise. Texture-wise, though, I like a powdery product to top it, and those two just happen to work really well together. A couple of brushes that I really didn't like so much at first and I struggled to find a use for. I feel like I have found their purpose in my makeup collection. It actually was a trio of brushes. I'm not positive that these are still available, but I definitely wanted to talk about them in case you've got these too and maybe you felt the same way I did. But they are the Duo Fiber Real Techniques brushes. There's a big one, kind of a medium-sized one, and then one, I'm not sure where it's at. My other one here is like the size of an eyeshadow brush. Still haven't found much purpose for that guy yet, but these are the perfect thing to brush off your fallout you might get on your cheeks from your eyeshadow. Oh, those moments where you realize your camera might have been crooked the whole time. I used to keep a fan brush handy in my brush rotation here so I could grab that, and if I noticed myself getting some powdery fallout, I could whisk it away. And that did pretty good, but actually compared to these, it applied way more pressure. You really want minimal pressure, obviously, so that can just, you know, dust away and not set into your skin. I just keep these in with my other brushes, grab for either of them interchangeably, but they're so darn lightweight, and I really don't love using these for any other purpose. I don't feel like they're really great about depositing much product on my skin. I mean, they just would apply such a sheer application of anything I did with them. But yet using them more as a tool and just keeping them handy as I'm doing eye makeup, they're just great for being so lightweight, like the lightest weight brushes I have. A couple of eye products that I wanted to mention that I have changed my mind about for the better are the NYC Individualized Compact. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned these in a video not too long ago. This is probably the biggest flip-flop I have ever done on a makeup product. Like, these went from being something in my collection that was the most despised product to now being something that I really enjoy. I know these have been reformulated and changed, and I really, really like them. The reasons why I didn't like these in the past, and I'm talking years and years ago, like closer to the start of my YouTube channel, I didn't like them because I thought the shadows didn't show up at all. Not pigmented, dry, chalky, flaky. And then the cream stuff over here, which is a cream illuminator and a cream base, were so dry that they literally, the pans of product just fell out. And I know that over at least the past couple years, some reformulating has definitely happened for NYC, and I really like what they've come out with. They've got some good trios as well, but as far as these little palettes go, the one I'm wearing today is called Best of Broadway. Loving this. This is such a pretty fall palette. I've got this on my lid. This is kind of like an olivey color, actually, like a dark brownish olive. I've got that kind of under my eye in the crease. I blend it up with this copper shade, which is stunning, so that's a great one. Midtown Mauve, great if you love the berry kind of pinky taupe type colors. And then Union Square is really pretty as well because you're getting this gorgeous bronzy shade, a plum, and then a very, very user-friendly like medium matte brown that's so nice in the crease, so easy, and a nice matte creamy shade there too. This next thing I believe got talked about in a Best in Beauty video, but it's my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. This is just the first one. The second one, there will be a tutorial coming soon. I don't know. I'm trying to pre-shoot so many videos with this baby on the way. I'm not sure what order I'm going to kick them out in. This is one that's been around the longest, and I remember a couple years ago getting this and thinking, you know, oh, these shades are so common, there's nothing that special about it. But more recently, I've seen the value in this as a definite supplement to other palettes that are lacking something. Maybe it's like your smaller quads and trios, and it's like, oh, it's got these couple really pretty shades, but I need a black, or I need a matte brown, or for me it was like using the Urban Decay Electric palette everything is bright. You need some of these shades to be your highlight or to be your crease color or whatever. So yeah, total example of something I wasn't up on as much at first, but now I value it and enjoy it a lot more. Now some things that I've changed my mind on, but not necessarily for the better. First one is the Maybelline Great Lash Clear. This used to be the thing I think I always talked about using on my brows to keep them in place as kind of a finishing touch type step. And, you know, it's still okay. It's not like this is the worst product in the world by any means, but I have run into something that completely changed my mind where brow gels are concerned, and I will probably never go back to this, and it's the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. This, you take the little wand out, it's loaded with gel. This one, I take the wand out, and it's just got the perfect amount on there so I can actually brush it through my brows. It holds amazingly well, and it just made me see that I don't like that so much anymore. Another thing that's caused a pretty big shift in opinion for me has been the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer. I believe this got talked about a little bit in my last Emily Awards video. This is actually, you know, a product I have regarded very highly as one of my top eye primers for years. And more recently, I feel like a lot of these little tubes have come out with different Too Faced palettes and sets here and there. And I feel like something with the consistency has changed. And it's not that I'm using an old one, you know, it'll be something new, but the consistency is so liquidy and watery, and like it's kind of separated in there. But it still never really gets to that place where I'm like, okay, this is nice and creamy and a good consistency to be putting on my lips. Like something has changed about this product, and I think since the early days of Too Faced Shadow Insurance, so many other great eye primers have come out that do maintain a really good consistency, and I'm thinking about the Bare Minerals Prime Time. I really like that. The Milani eyeshadow primer I use all the time. Another Too Faced thing that I've more recently kind of changed my mind on are the lip liners, the Perfect Lips lip liners. I can't take anything away from these. These are really great, creamy, full color, wonderful lip liners. But after losing my liner in Perfect Spice and pretty easily replacing it with something from the drugstore, which is the Milani Color Statement lip liner in Spice, I'm thinking, how important is it to spend high-end money on lip liners? And I just mentioned some of my favorites, which mainly come from NYX and Milani in my little lip tutorial video that I did. And they're all just really great products, and I know I've talked about loving these before, but I just can't really back up the need to pay this kind of price when there are so many great ones that I've got from the drugstore. Another product that I've really kind of gradually changed my mind on as the years have gone by are these NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencils. I kind of remember toward the start of my YouTube time when these were kind of like the only game in town where cream shadow sticks were concerned. You know, fun colors, really creamy, pigmented, but didn't have the staying power. You always had to set them, you really needed to use them sparingly. And from the perspective of using these just as an eyeshadow base, yeah, they're still good. The colors are still nice. I can't take anything away from that. But since then, I've got so many cream shadow sticks that come off as pretty as these do, but they could wear the entire day with nothing on top of them. I love the ones from Milani, Jordana. You've got color tattoos. You've got so many more things happening now in the world of drugstore cream shadow that I just don't find myself reaching for these anymore. Even NYX itself has come out with a line of jumbo pencils that are designed to be really long wearing. So again, it's not a situation where I've just woken up and decided, oh, I think these suck now, but I mean, they're just a lot of great things in comparison. I'm sorry if my bra strap has been showing this entire time. It's trying to peek out there, sorry. But that pretty much sums up this video. And it's very easy sometimes to really get locked into one concrete opinion on things, but I think as products change, as formulations change, as the competition for these different products changes, your opinions are going to be different from time to time. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye!